Hi, sixth grade. Mr. Bremer here. Welcome to your asynchronous lesson. I have gone over with you guys the assignment and what to do. I'm going to review that, remind you exactly what to do. Maybe you missed class, you don't know what to do. So I'm going to talk about the assignment, and then I'm going to walk through how to do a box in 2-point perspective. And I figure that way you'll always have this video if you need a little refresher or reminder on how to do this. So first off, let's take a look at what the assignment is. If you already know exactly what to do, then you can kind of skip ahead in the video to the instructions part. If you are good on how to do the boxes in 2-point perspective, then what I want you to do today is just work on it. Watch the clock for however long you're normally in art class. Spend that 25-30 minutes drawing today and get further ahead on this assignment. Be ready to show me that assignment next week in class so I can take a look at it, help you fix any problems that you might have, and just generally, keep working forward on it. Okay, so that's where we're at. You're going to work today, and if you know what you're doing, go ahead and work on what you need to do. If you're a little bit unsure about what you should be doing, keep watching this video, and I'm going to walk through the steps on how to do it. If you're sort of medium, keep watching the video. Also, maybe skip ahead a little bit, and I will have another demonstration on how to do the boxes that you can kind of follow along with to sort of refresh your memory if you haven't had enough practice doing this. Okay, so let's look at what the actual assignment is. On the Canvas page, in the modules, what I'm going to do is there is a couple things here. And I'm noticing as I record this video that it is not up. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop this and pause it for a second and put in what I need to put. Okay, we got it in there now. So I had put it in my Harriet Gifford class, but not my Clinton classes, and we were looking at that. So there's a couple things in this 2-point perspective module that you might want to look at. The examples of the assignment. So let's go over that real quick. This is a little slideshow, and it also has the requirements. So you need to do 6 boxes in 2-point perspective and draw something that winds its way through those boxes. And I've got these different examples on the page here. So you can click through those, especially if you missed class last week. The other thing that is on in the modules that you may want to look at, I've shown you this already, but just to take a look again, is this PDF file. This is something you could download and print at home if you have a printer, or just maximize, make it full screen. This literally walks through the instructions too. So if you'd rather look at this instead of the video instructions, do this, because that's a nice, easy way to go to. Okay, and this is literally the exact same things that I do for teaching you how to do this. Okay, so that's the assignment, and another example of how you can do this work. All right. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and show you on video how to do the boxes again. We've already done this a few times in class, so like I said, if you know what you're doing, go ahead and do it. All right. If you've got something in your imagination that's already set up, go for it, start working. But if you are a little bit like, you know what, I still need more practice, follow along with me. I'm going to go through it quick, though. I'm not going to take my time. So, pause the video if you need to. That should help you out. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to bring the camera. Okay. So what each page should have, if you have a blank page, okay, remember that we start with a horizon line. You square up your ruler and you draw a line across your page. Now, for this one, I didn't need to draw my line across my page because I'm just going to have boxes floating throughout the sky. But I think it is important that you put your vanishing points along where that horizon line would be. So I've got a vanishing point and a vanishing point. I've already started a couple boxes here, so we're good to go here. Then I'm going to square up my ruler to make my first vertical line. Okay, and then I'm going to draw lines from this vertical line to the vanishing point. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. And remember, this is one of those steps where you want to draw super duper lightly. I tend to draw dark. And the reason I draw dark is so that you can see it on camera. But keeping your pencil lines light will be really beneficial to you. I'm not going to draw all the way through this box, but you could imagine that it goes all the way to the vanishing point. And I think I showed in class, once you get practice with this, you only need to draw these lines about as long as you think your box is going to be. You don't have to go all the way to the vanishing point, but you do need to make sure that you are very carefully lining up to the vanishing point each time. So maybe I only draw it to like that far if I wanted to. Okay. So let's draw it like that. Okay. Then, so we've drawn a vertical line, lines to the vanishing point. Now we've got to do another vertical line here for the side. So let's do that. Carefully square up my ruler. Draw this vertical line here. Okay. I'm going to carefully square up my ruler and do one here, but just to show you, I'm going to actually put this vertical line here. Okay. I didn't square it very well. There we go. Okay. Now, the reason I'm doing that is this kind of shows you what it would look like if this box sort of tucks behind this box a little bit. And that could be an interesting look. Now, once we've done this, we've got to connect these to the opposite vanishing points. Okay. So we're going to go like this and like this. Now, notice how I didn't draw the line the entire way? Because I don't need to. I don't need to connect all the way. But I did make sure very carefully to line up my ruler each time. Okay. Now we're going to erase all these extra lines because, again, things that we don't need. All right. And there we go. Now this box happens to be kind of behind this box, and that's kind of interesting. So let's put a rectangular hole in this box. Okay. So I'm going to do a vertical line for the edge of my rectangular hole here. Okay. And I'm going to connect the top and the bottom of that line to the vanishing point, like so. Okay. And then I can do another vertical line right here for the opposite side of the box, like so. Okay. And lastly, you could even do a line that goes from this inside corner, because you would kind of see this line here as well. This box here, I'd probably see this line as well. If this gets confusing to you, don't worry about these lines, but see how now I could go fly into that, okay? So like, let's say I've got a snake coming out of this, and then it could go ahead and go into this, and then I could draw another thing here where it comes out of this one, all right? So just to imagine how you could do that sort of winding thing in perspective. I'll do one more box to show you like what it would look like if your box goes over the horizon line. So there's a little bit of confusion from a student last week where it was like, wait, this doesn't look right. Well, let's take a look. So we still connect to the vanishing point here and here. Okay, now the vertical lines that we draw will be here and here, and then that's it. That's all you got to do. And the reason why it might look a little funny is because you only see two sides of the box. But remember, that's sort of normal, right? Like think about your refrigerator at home. You probably see the door and the side of your refrigerator. You don't see the top and the bottom of it because it's tall. So sometimes we only see two sides of the box. So just depending on where your box is what sides of it you'll see. So remember, if you have trouble with this, what you should do is just rewind the video and watch again from step one. Make sure you follow it along slowly. Don't make anything up, and you should be good to go. So that's where you're at. 6 boxes, something that winds through them. 30 minutes worth of work today. That's what I want to see come next week. Okay. Next week, we'll be working on this in class, and then I can kind of personally meet with everybody. Maybe we'll have some breakout rooms or things like that where I can kind of help and adjust and work with kids, just kind of help you out. This is a tricky and challenging assignment, but it's something that I know a 6th grader can do if you're careful. Okay. So if you're having trouble, watch that video, go step by step, don't rush, and try it out yourself. Okay. We'll see you guys live next week, and I'm looking forward to it. Bye-bye.